welcome to my hometown. We are fortunate enough to be filming in Noosa National Park. Now, if the name of this dish doesn't suggest that it's full of flavor, I don't know what will. I'm gonna be showing you guys how to do a bang bang chicken salad. It's a classic Chinese style dish. We've got some Szechuan peppercorns, chili oil. We're gonna have some beautifully poached chicken and make a little salad out of it with a really, really punchy dressing. So the first thing I've got to do is get this chicken poaching. So I've just got some salt reduced chicken stock. Get a litre into a medium-sized saucepan. You basically just want enough to cover the chicken. If you've got a bigger saucepan, you need to top it up with water, by all means, go for it. So I'm just gonna get this stock up to a simmer, put the chicken in, and then just gently start to poach that. So the stock is starting to come up to a simmer now. You can just see the breath of steam. That's where you want to be when you're poaching. So we're just going to go in with the chook and just lay them in there. It might sound like common sense, but if you put chicken into rapidly boiling water, it's an intense environment. So you're going to create that intense environment for the chicken. Keep it nice and slow, nice and soft, nice and gentle. That'll take about 15 to 20 minutes. So the rest of this dish is really quite a simple combination. We've just got some Chinese cabbage there, or some wombok. We've got a carrot that we're going to use our purpose-built mandolin. Going to give us that julienne texture. Cucumber, you could run that through the mandolin, but you want a few differences in the texture, and also you're gonna have that beautiful soft silky chicken. So we wanna, just change it up a little bit. That's what makes it more interesting to eat, and especially once you pair it with this dressing, which funnily enough is called strange flavor dressing. It's a classic hot and numbing style. You get that beautiful heat, that pepperiness and the numbing from the Szechuan. We've got some chili oil in there, all your other Chinese classics, some soy, some sesame, a little bit of black vinegar for a bit of funk. That ought to do us. Over the top, and that's all there is to it. And then on to probably one of the greatest inventions when it comes to salad dressings, a glass jar. These things are invaluable. Now, we're gonna go in with a couple of tablespoons of some good soy sauce. That's basically our seasoning. That's where the richness and the saltiness is gonna come from. Tablespoon of sesame oil. Now, this is the chili garlic sauce. If you've got a good chili oil, sambal, like any chili condiment that's really gonna give you that punch, which is what we're after, throw that in. Now, black vinegar. This is becoming really, really popular these days. You go into any of your Chinese style restaurants, your dumpling bars, they combine black vinegar and chili oil. Classic combination to dip into. It's got a beautiful richness to it. It is quite intense and a little bit funky. So a couple of tablespoons of that in there. And then the Szechuan peppercorn. So this is where I guess the name of this dressing comes from. It's a strange flavored dressing. And the Szechuan, it's hard to put your finger on. If you haven't had it quite often, it gives you that numbing feeling, and you won't notice it until after you've consumed it. It takes a couple of minutes to really come onto the palate. So a couple of tablespoons of the Szechuan powder. We just toasted that off and ground it up in a little mortar and pestle, and a little bit of caster sugar. So just to balance everything out, you've got your sweetness, you've got your acidity, you've definitely got your spice, and then that little curveball of the Szechuan pepper makes an enormous difference. Just some sesame seeds. We've got our chili condiment in there, whether it's a fermented chili condiment, whether it's a chili sauce or chili oil, but just, again, this is optional. That's my disclaimer. Probably just going with a half a bird's eye. And always remember, when you're adding your chili into something, it will continue to develop. So on first taste, you might go, yeah, that's all right, it's not too bad. It's coming on. Leave it for half an hour or so, and it's gonna get bigger and badder. So just be mindful of that. Everything in there ready to go. That's it, done, too easy. Look at that, look at the color in that. Look at the viscosity. So you've basically used the sesame oil and the chili paste to get that emulsification happening. While I'm waiting for the chicken to poach, we'll take that out, start to shred it up, combine that in with our salad ingredients, and then give it a good old dose of this strange flavor dressing. All right, so the chicken's cooled down and shredded. Now all we're gonna do, fold it all together. So grab our bowl, it's got our wombok, our shredded carrot, and our sliced cucumber. Go straight over the top. You kind of want the chicken to be a little bit warm. So that's gonna help, once we throw the dressing in, to lose the stiffness out of that salad. You want it to be, a little bit softer, a little bit more delicate. You don't want it to be super crunchy. Straight up, look at the color in that dressing. Now, mitts in. And you can feel that chicken's just warm. That's where you want it to be. So it's gonna assist in wilting that down, and it will take a little bit of the moisture out of that veg and sort of bulk out the dressing. And then we've got a sweet little bowl here, little ceramic number from the op shop, and a little bit of coriander over the top, just to freshen it up. And there we go, a little Chinese style salad with a bit of bang bang.